Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and this is Reggae Boys Commentary. Peter Lee Vassell, 19-year-old Jamaican international, will be playing his trade with Los Angeles FC in Major League Soccer in 2019. On Friday he was the 40th overall pick from the MLS SuperDraft and he's the latest Jamaican to be playing his trade in North America. Absolutely fantastic move for the youngster and really bright future he has ahead of him. He'll be working under the tutelage of Bob Bradley, and he'll also be playing with former Arsenal and West Bromwich Albion player Carlos Vela. I think Carlos was also at Real Sociedad, the Mexican striker who was here at the National Stadium back in 2008 when Ricardo Fuller scored in a 1-0 victory over the Mexicans in the 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Peter Lee Vassell, I've been so impressed with him, and as I've said on this channel, especially during the CONCACAF Nations League and friendlies in 2018, that I feel if there's anyone to go and break Luton Shelton's record other than Darren Mattocks, it would be this guy, Peter Lee Vassell. I'm dead serious. If there's anyone that can get past 35 international goals, Darren Mattocks and Peter Lee Vassell. 100%. He impressed at the MLS Caribbean Combine, and then when he went on to the MLS Combine now in Florida, Orlando, Florida, he stepped it up a notch, and you could see his off-the-ball ability, sublime. His movement on and off the ball was also great. What the scouts were saying is that the only area that they hope that he can work on going into MLS is his link-up play, the 1-2 passes between players close to him instead of holding on to the ball, which creates the opposition and give them more time to drop back into position. You know, it's a habit that he has had, especially from his Harborview days. The 1-2 passes, especially finding those pockets of space, are areas that he can improve on. I had the opportunity to speak to Fabian Taylor as well, the head coach of Harborview, and he's saying although they wanted to keep this mercurial talent, you know, this is something that will help his career. And as we know, Harborview is a club that exports talent on a regular basis. We'll go back to the days of Ricardo Gardner, we'll go back to the days of a lot of players, Lovell Palmer, Luton Shelton, you know, the list goes on and on and on. Joel Senior played overseas as well. We can go all day regarding Harborview players that have left and gone on to play football overseas, whether USL, MLS, England, Scandinavia, Asia, all over the globe. So I think it's a wonderful move. The big question, will he get playing time? I think it's going to take some time for him to get into that starting 11, but I do believe that he will be a quality squad player. In MLS you have a lot more games under your belt now with the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup. The MLS teams now, what you find is that they take this competition a bit more seriously, and you know, the USL teams that are involved, they give them much more of a run. So it forces them, the MLS teams, you know, to be strong and to take this competition seriously, even though that they do have squad rotation. So I feel that when you look at the MLS as a whole with 40 odd games plus the MLS, the US Open Cup, we're talking about 50 games a year. So I feel that there's an opportunity for Peter Lee Vassell. If he can get 20 games under his belt, I think that'd be very good. And he also has a big year under his belt as well with the CONCACAF Nations League against El Salvador in March, and then shortly after that it's going to be the CONCACAF Gold Cup in the United States, and then back again the 2019-2020 edition of the CONCACAF Nations League. We'll see if Jamaica will be in League A, League B, League C. Well, definitely not League C, because we've won 3 wins from 3 so far. So it'll either be in B or A. So, Reggae Boys fans, what are your thoughts about Peter Lee Vassell playing his trade in MLS? I do feel though that long term, by the time he's 25, he'll have to be making that bridge over to Europe, whether it is Scotland, which we'll talk about quite shortly as well. So we'll see what will happen over the next couple of years or so, but the MLS is an area that will give him playing time, good salary, and an opportunity to enhance his wonderful ability. Don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.